Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So we're going to go ahead and get a message from your ancestors and your angels. Now this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thank you to those who do reach out for those, and thank you to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody's doing well, okay? But Spirit, what is the strongest energy here today? What is it that my Virgos need to know? What is a message from their ancestors and their angels? My Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. So let's get a card from Archangel Michael. Let's see what he may be trying to help you with at this time, okay? What do we have? What's the strongest energy, Spirit? Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, I am noticing it says, have confidence. And it says, Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. It says, help me realize that I am one with all that is divine, wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. It says, allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. And then the card that is coming out for you, it says, positive thoughts create positive results. Reminds me of my mindsets that I do, the affirmations. But it says, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. So this makes me feel like some of you, your vibrations may be rising. It may have something to do with this new moon. Maybe some of you are just seeing things from a different perspective. I'm noticing that this angel is up in the sky and you have the sun behind it, where the sun can talk about things being illuminated. But it could also just talk about someone here who maybe is ready to step into a more positive energy. The sun talks about happiness, vitality. It talks about all will be well. It's a yes card. So some of you, if you're making some sort of decision or something here, with the card at the bottom of the deck, Spirit is saying, have confidence in the direction that you're going here. But show me more. What is it that Virgo needs to know? Okay. Give me a card for now and a card for going forward. What's the strongest energy here? This is a really weird vision that they're giving me, but it might resonate, right? What they're showing me is almost like, without being too gross or anything, okay, it's almost like what they're showing me is like, imagine like, you know, when you need to like release wind or like you need to burp or something like that, but it gets kind of stuck, right? And it makes you feel really uncomfortable and things like that. What they're showing me is like somebody going through some sort of change or transformation here, where it's almost like finally you're able to burp, and it's like you let all of that out and it's like a release. Some of you may have been holding on to something for a while, but it was making you uncomfortable. What are they trying to show me? Unity. Number 34 could be significant, or 43. It does boil down to a 7. And it says a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. It says you radiate and attract great love. Some of you may want to reunite with someone here. But this could also be where I'm kind of seeing this as well, where this is like almost like spirit holding your hands. You know, it's like you reuniting with your higher self, with that higher vibration that's in you. And it's almost like spirit saying, hey, welcome home. But give me, yeah, but I did say some of you, it may have been tough with the thorns right behind it. It may have been difficult. Some of you may have been afraid to take some sort of action. But it says weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. Now, some of you, you may still be stuck in this bush. And maybe you can see the sun on the horizon. Confirmation. But it may take a few scratches, a few bruises. But Spirit is saying it's going to be worth it. And it doesn't even look like there's that much bush to get through, right? With the thorns. Yeah, it may take courage and strength. But Spirit says you have it within you. It says, harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. All right, let's get 2 cards. What is the message from their ancestors and their angels? What do we have for Virgo? It turned over, unity. Give me a card for going forward. You're going to stay or not? Going forward, we have the owl. Number 23 could be significant, or 32, it boils down to a 5. And the 5 does talk about change. When I think of owls, I think of wisdom, knowledge. I'm hearing the word experience. It says there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Paying attention to the signs and the synchronicities, however they come to you. Yeah, there we go. The Fool at the bottom of the deck. Number 12 or 21, but it boils down to a 3. And it's like the 3 of Wands for me. But they're showing me the 3 of Swords. So again, I feel like for someone here, you're moving away from some sort of heartache, sadness, pain, suffering. For some of you are here that you're healing from some sort of illness. Now, again, that can go in many different areas. Some of you may be on that verge where you're ready to give up certain addictions. You're ready to change your life. It's no longer serving you. It's just keeping you stuck in a loop. Now, again, it doesn't have to be an addiction. Just whatever it is for you. A mindset. Letting go of an old emotion. Moving out of an energy of victim mentality. It's like someone here with this Fool card, it's like they're ready to face the new. And you know why they're ready? Because they can see something in front of them. Whether it's a feeling, whether it's just a knowing. But abundance. And it's a number 1. New beginnings. The Fool says, have courage to embrace change. It says, take risks. It says, be adventurous. The Abundance card says, lucky times are ahead of you. It says, along with good news, success, and prosperity. This is either you guys coming into union with unity here, with like-minded people. For some of you, yes, it may be a relationship with marriage here. And for some of you, like I said, it's just coming into union with yourself. Show me more. What is unity? First card coming out, it says, if you believe. You have recovery. So there's that healing energy. Some of you are coming out of hermit mode because they're showing me the hermit. But the way I'm seeing it in my head is almost like they're showing me the hermit and the hermit's following the star or a big light in the sky. You've got don't stop at the bottom of the deck. Give me one more for unity. Thank you. And then you have reconsider. Now, it almost looks like this person is praying. Some of you may have been praying lately. Maybe that's something you just do on a regular basis. I also see someone who comes in and watches my reading after coming in from church. Nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying. But I also look at this Reconsider card and I'm noticing that the sword is down, right? So someone here, again, this energy of maybe somebody doubting themselves, because the Ace of Swords in the upright would talk about victory and success and clear thinking, clear communication, great ideas. But it's either someone who isn't saying something, or like I said, there's some sort of confidence issues here. Give me 3 cards for the owl. What is this period of transition? You got helpful people, unity. It's not always talking about love. Like I said, like-minded people, mentors, people that are non-judgmental, people that uplift you, people that support you, people that encourage you. But this is also because in this card, you'll see a man or a woman and a child, right? And even though it says helpful people, all the people around her and this child are angels. So you're never alone, even when you feel like you are alone. I say this to you guys a lot. But it's that energy of if you believe. Give me 2 more cards. Maybe someone would want to speak to, or, you know, have somebody in their corner that maybe is a more mature. Maybe it is a little bit more wiser. Maybe someone that you can learn from. We have big, happy changes. That's what the transformation is bringing. One more for this side. Yeah, it landed on if you believe. It says romance. So again, this energy of 2 people coming together. But we have, at the bottom of the deck, you have unlikely and you have ask your angels. And then you have wait and look for a sign. So for some of you, maybe there is something you shouldn't give up on just yet. I don't know if something isn't happening fast enough for you, or things that just ain't turning out the way you'd like. Yeah, maybe things wasn't turning out for you because you was going in the wrong direction. And with unlikely, you have forgiveness. Some of you, maybe somebody wants your forgiveness. Maybe you want somebody to forgive you for something. Or maybe you just need to forgive yourself. Compromise. Balance. Doing things the right way. And I just saw improving health. So what is if you believe, Spirit? Give me a couple cards for that. So you have the 3. Didn't I was saying something about the hermit was like looking at the star? I noticed that this woman has like a star. I don't know. It looks like it's in some sort of a bubble or something. Now, like I said, the star can talk about healing. And we just saw forgiveness. The star talks about hope and faith. But you have the 3 of Pentacles coming out. What is if you believe? Now, the 3 of Pentacles can talk about teamwork, collaboration, reunited. The power of 3. So it says the power of creativity. It says recognition for very high quality work. It says be a team player. And then you have the Queen of Earth. And it says make time for those around you. It says take a sensible approach. It says deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Give you one more. So lots here about pentacles, finances, stability. I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Earth in here. And I'm noticing that it's almost like she's manifesting a pot of gold. So again, it's kind of giving like this energy, even though it's not the Empress. It's kind of giving an energy of almost like the Midas touch. And I'm noticing there's 2 rabbits down here as well, which can talk about fertility. So someone here, I feel like there's going to be a change in someone's finances, and it may happen quickly with the Knight of Swords. Now it says events that occur with great speed. It says take time to carefully review your options. It says creative solutions. Some of you with whatever ideas you have and things like that, right? These businesses, these things that you keep saying to yourself, oh yeah, I'm going to start that maybe next month, or, you know, next month comes and I'll start it next month. Or I'll just start it next year, or I got this. You know, stop making excuses for things. I feel like something is going to be easier for someone once they start taking those first steps. What is recovery? Now, again, with this Knight of Swords, right, there definitely could be something here about communication. I'm noticing that this knight, his sword is now up, and it's not just up, it looks like it's all lit up as well. I'm hearing the word determination. I'm also hearing something about proving everyone wrong, and I don't feel like that's in a negative way, right? I feel like someone here may need to use people's, you know, when people like to put you down, or they like to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like degrade you, but maybe it's not so malicious. But it's just this energy of using that energy and transmuting it, and kind of, you don't have to say to anybody else, but taking that energy and saying to yourself, do you know what? Yes, I can. And I will. And I am. So recovery. We have ego. So someone definitely could have had their ego bruised in a situation, is what I'm picking up. But it says a false sense of entrapment. It says being overly focused on material things. It says negative or fear-based thoughts. So again, if this is about your finances, I see some improvement here. I see something recovering. Yes, it may require some sort of action here. For others of you, there's this energy where it comes down to your mindset. Knowing that something's going to improve. And not saying to yourself, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? Oh my God, I lost this. Oh my God, how am I going to do that? Oh my God. It's the wrong energy. Someone here is in a very strong energy of attracting. And if that is your thoughts and your mind and how it's working, then that's exactly what you're going to attract, that negativity. Show me more about this ego. Because someone here may be allowing finances to hold them back. This is a number 15, which could be significant, or 51, but it does boil down to a 6. So this is like that energy where with the 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, right? This is like someone here, spirit testing someone to see, all right, we're going to make you feel like you don't have something. And we're going to see if you take the leap of faith anyway. Because the 6 of Wands is victory, success. Like I said, 6 of Swords is that energy of things smoothing out, you know. It's like a smoother road ahead with the 6 of Swords. But show me more. The 10 of Air. Yeah. It says the end of a difficult situation. It says embrace the change. And it says and expect things to get better now. It says recovery from an addiction. But with the 10 of Air, you see there's like a lot of horses here. So the 10 of Air could have something to do with somebody else or other people, right? It does talk about betrayal. But for others of you, more important, this can talk about breaking some sort of generational curse here. But maybe it wasn't easy to do. Maybe somebody had to go through a lot. Maybe someone had to deal with a lot of people, a lot of downfalls, a lot of loss. But it's that energy where it's just because Spirit wanted you to learn. Seeing the Empress here. And this talks about lavish and abundance. It talks about giving birth to your dreams. It says nurture yourself and others. Number 3. Give me one more. Ego and the 10 of Air. Wow, coming out sideways. And it's the 9 of Air. And that landed on Reconsider. And you see when I was just talking about the sword. So the 9 of Air with that sword would have made the 10 of Swords again. Maybe somebody had to learn a lot of lessons. Maybe someone just wasn't getting it. And maybe Spirit really had to put you in a place where it's almost like you hit rock bottom for your eyes to open. 9 of Air, though, makes sense with the ego card. It says expecting the worst. It says self-fulfilling prophecies. It says sleepless nights. Now, I just said that about you being in an energy of attracting. And if you're going to think negative thoughts, then you are going to attract negative things. What's consider? Oh, that was a 3 of Fire in the reverse. Why are you in the reverse? Because someone here may be struggling to see the bigger picture. I'm hearing better late than never. What is reconsider? What's the energy here for Virgo, Spirit? So we have the Hermit, which is your energy. And it says spend time in quiet, meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. You also have coming out with it is the Queen of Air. And it says objective decision making. It says clearing away all that no longer serves you. It says seeing the humor in a situation. Now the Queen of Air with that reconsider card, it does give me the 2 of Swords. Okay, so again, this energy of being at a crossroads. Someone here, maybe like I was saying, the 2 of Swords can talk about someone who really doesn't want to address something right now. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist, right? So again, where I was saying someone may have been holding on to something for a long time, or wanting to do something for a long time, or wanting to say something for a long time here. Some of you are just, you may be allowing finances to get you down in terms of an energy of maybe depression or just feeling low. And it could be because you really just want to be in this energy where you really want to be independent and self-sufficient. There's an opportunity here with the Page of Earth. It's a Page of Pentacles. Now, it does talk about making practical decisions, yes. But it talks about good news when it comes to finances. It can talk about a new beginning, a new chance for you to build something on a solid foundation. And Spirit says you can do that because you would have learned from the past mistakes or experiences. It says good news about financial matters. It says wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. But yeah, there's confusion here because of disappointment. But you see, you have the 8 of Fire right behind that with the Knight of Water. Spirit says it's time to move on from whatever that is and follow your heart. Open your heart back up. Some of you, you need your heart chakra healing, right? Maybe you need to do some work around that. What is helpful, people? So you have the Emperor. What is helpful, people? This is your ancestors and angels message, right? And the Emperor in this deck represents Archangel Michael. And it says organization and logic. It says structure and discipline. It says leadership. Show me more about this Emperor. Okay, what do we have falling on the flow? We have unity. And we already have unity out here. Number 5. Someone here is stubborn. Because it's like this man here, right? You see he has like one wand, which is giving me the Ace of Wands. So it's like somebody's looking at this new beginning, right? You see all these bubbles and things around him, right? The yin yang sign. I see a cross and some other symbols. But it's almost like, I don't know if it's like someone doesn't know what to believe or something like that. Or this could also be talking to me, because I noticed that he has that like halo above his head as well. It's like Archangel Michael trying to show someone how powerful they are, but it's like almost like this man is afraid to come out of that bush. So he just kind of sits and watches. Give me one more. Yeah, 3 of fire. It's like someone's intuition is trying to tell them which direction to go here. Or something could have something to do with a high priestess energy. Maybe some of you are just very intuitive. But it's like downloads about your future. But then there's the 2 of air. Someone being at a stalemate. What's unity in the Emperor? Awakening, yeah. Landed on the hermit. Landed on the hermit. Now it says, look at things from a different perspective. It says a temporary standstill. It says it's important to be yourself. We just saw the 3 of Wands, number 12. 21 boils down to a 3. Yeah, the 6 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Let the past go. Something also could have something to do with a soulmate. But it says a time of positive change. It says a situation suddenly moves forward. It says fortune is on your side. Ace of Cups. Whoa, okay, what's this? This is interesting. 2 cards in the reverse. After the 6 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups in the upright. You have a Queen of Water in the reverse and a 9 of Water in the reverse. Something could have something to do with a water sign from somebody's past. This can maybe talk to me about maybe someone has kind of given up on love because something didn't go in their favor before. Maybe someone has had their heart hurt. But this would have made the 10 of Cups energy if it was in the upright. Well, it still makes the 10 of Cups energy. But in the reverse, unhappy situation. Some of you may be in a situation. I'm not trying to break up anybody's family, right? You know if you feel happy in a situation or not. You know if something is emotionally fulfilling you or not. You'll know if you're happy there. Or does your body or your soul desire something more? Could be in a job. Could be in a living situation. Could be to do with family with the 10 of Cups. Yeah, and I got the King of Water trying to fall out in the upright. So, okay. What is big happy changes? The 7 of Cups. The Ace of Air. See, for someone to have this big happy changes, it's like they would have to stand in their truth with the Ace of Air. The 7 of Cups talks about a complex decision. It says the need to do research. It says stop procrastinating. So is that this hour is still here, right? So it talks about maybe someone here has enough information and still isn't doing something about something. The Ace of Air says brilliant new ideas and inspirations. It says seeing the truth of a situation. It says a challenging beginning. But you have the confirmation here. You being happy that you did something. You being happy that you took the risk. Give me one more. Ace of Air and the 7 of Cups. The 4 of Air. Okay, so the 4 of Air to me can talk about someone who may be suffering in silence here. Someone may not be feeling well at this time. But it says time to rest or take a vacation. It says allow more time before making a decision. It says meditation may provide answers. But this is like someone, how can I put this? This is like somebody giving something too much time. Oh, let me just think about it another day. Oh, let me just give it another 24 hours. Oh, let me just wait until Friday. Okay, maybe I'll do it on Monday. It's like, what is romance? What is romance, Spirit? This is also giving this energy where it's like someone maybe saying to themselves, they don't know if their mind is playing tricks on them. Is it all in my head? What is romance? All right, so you have the Magician. Number one, someone definitely could have manifested something. It says you are ready. It says you have the resources, the ability to manifest them. It says life is magical. But we go all the way back over here with the card, if you believe. We have the number 13, which is like the death card. So there's that death and the rebirth, that transformation. Almost like that energy here where it's almost like the rising phoenix, but I'm not sure this is someone who's actually rised out of the ashes yet. It's almost actually, it's almost like, no, let me shush. It says release. It says the end of a phase or situation. It says spiritual transformation. It says time to move on. Okay, now they're playing that song from, who is that? Tony Braxton. I think it's a song where she sings, I think it's, she says, and I will never breathe again. And she says something like, and I can't stop thinking about does she say about the way you made me feel? And she says something like, and I can't get you out of my head. How in the world would I begin to let you walk right out my life? Someone may be missing somebody here. Well, going back to that energy of being stubborn, I mean, if you miss somebody, Virgos, right, and you feel like you've been getting signs and synchronicities maybe to reach out to that person or whatever, it's not going to hurt to do it, okay? Anyway, you have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it says missing an opportunity. It says discontentment or boredom. It says open your eyes to the possibility. Again, with this Ace of Cups. It's the Four of Cups, but the cups are separated. And it's almost like she's bowing her head down and looking at the Three Cups. Focused on what you cannot change. Not paying attention to what you can. And then you have the Lovers. Number 6. And it says intimate relationships. It says carefully weigh your decisions. It says good health. So if this is about a relationship, I mean, if someone feels like they're torn between two, then you have choices to make. Queen of Fire. Oh, Queen and the King of Fire at the bottom of the deck. With Renewal and the Star. And the Ace of Pentacles. But the Eight of Air. Someone would have to get out of their head. Someone here has to realize that they're not stuck. They're not trapped. Okay. What is it that Virgos need to release at this time? What do I need to release, Spirit? So we'll see. Let's get, I don't know, 4 cards. I'm hearing doubt, but let's get 4 cards. What does Virgo need to release? You have grief coming out. And it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. You've got honesty at the bottom of the deck, but you have fear. You have acceptance. It says, I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. But didn't I say, but you need to realize that you can focus on the things that you can. You have peace. It says, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. 2 more. What does Virgo need to release? What are we getting stuck on? Worry and relationships. 2 cards, Spirit. Thank you. You have service. It says, I feel good when I can help others. Maybe some of you are in this energy where maybe you tried to help somebody before. Maybe you feel like you went out of your way for a certain person or situation. And maybe you feel like something was thrown back in your face. Or like I said, that energy of the Ten of Swords where there may have been some sort of betrayal or lies or backstabbing. Don't let that stop you from being who you really are. And I feel like I'm speaking to someone who has a really big heart. You have friendship. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Some of you may miss a friend. Yeah, you've got love at the bottom of the deck, but you have guilt. Give me one more. Surrender. Beautiful. It says, I can release my need to control. So, what else does Virgo need to know before I close out with a card from Isis? What else does Virgo need to know, Spirit? Okay. You got successful funding at the bottom of the deck. So again, I'll read it because of the energy that I saw over here, with someone maybe allowing finances to get in their way, or somebody feeling like they don't have enough, or someone who's just too materialistic. It says, your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. It says, do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. It says crowdfunding, partnership, and other investments are available to help you. You have gratitude list. Yeah. Instead of focusing what you don't have, are you grateful for what you do? And it says, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in the heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. It says, what are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. You have released resentments about money. It says, yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So it's kind of like giving me like the Six of Pentacles, like that energy of giving and receiving. And then you have organized for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and finances will help you. It says know and plan your next action steps. So end out this reading for my Virgos. Give me one card from Isis. What does Virgo need to know, Spirit? What does Virgo need to know? Okay. So the card that is coming out, it says Wings of Isis. It says unknitting the angelic self. So let me see. Let me just grab the meaning. Okay, so it says Wings of Isis. It says you have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service. And we had service come out, right? Yeah. So you see the energy of fearlessness. It says, and service into this human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention and confirmation that any impressions that you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. So again, I don't know if some of you may be having some sort of like flashbacks of maybe past lives. But let's see. So the incarnation says, Angel goddess, wings of white, help my angelic soul take flight. I call upon angelic intervention, align my life with divine perfection. My soul and inner angel are one. In my body, integration has begun. Angel goddess, wings of love, you protect me from below and above. So, Virgos, that is the energy that I've picked up here today, okay? I do hope that something has resonated with you. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, Virgos, stay safe. Love and light, guys.